What they found was a house of horrors. 4 young boys with emaciated bodies, literally starving to death.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves.
What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Sock checking back in. What's going down, baby? Alright, man. I know it's been a while since I did a little live background video for y'all, man. Shout out first and foremost, man. Thank everybody, you know, that's still supporting the channel, that's hitting that like button, that's commenting, and definitely hitting that subscribe button, man. Without y'all, there wouldn't be no me. Can't stress that. Appreciate the love and the support, straight up. Alright, baby, we're just gonna jump straight into it today, man, because the video today is gonna be straight laced, man. And if you can't relate to this video, man, you have a problem, man, straight up, because there's a lot of things in America that need to be addressed right now, especially with the justice system. But this one right here hit home. So I do a lot of research when I go talk about, you know, when I be doing prison stories, different stuff like that. And believe it or not, you run into a lot of parents, that's guys that's down there, that's neglectful parents, that's bad parents, abusive parents, parents that just don't care about their kids, starvation, stuff like that. And so the video we're gonna get into today is it hit home, man, about these 4 little boys that they were being starved to death, man. And I just don't feel like I feel like the justice system let them down, man. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, get into it a little bit.
He has to be under 10. Yeah, he's very little, very young kid. How old are you? He says 19. He can't be 19.
That 911 call from a next-door neighbor prompted police to take a closer look inside this New Jersey home. What they found was a house of horrors. 4 young boys with emaciated bodies, literally starving to death. Bruce, who neighbors thought was a little boy, was in fact 19 years old and weighed only 45 pounds. Trayshawn was 14 and weighed 40 pounds. Terrell was 10 and weighed 28 pounds. And 9-year-old Michael was found wearing baby clothes, weighing a mere 23 pounds. All 4 boys had been adopted years earlier by Raymond and Vanessa Jackson. Friends described them as a church-going couple, loving parents who opened their home to foster children in need. The Jacksons claimed their 4 sons were so small because they suffered from eating disorders. The boys told police they were given only raw oatmeal and pancake batter to eat. When authorities removed the boys from the home, they were filthy, had rotted teeth, and head lice. Police found a lock on the refrigerator and an alarm on the kitchen door. Bite marks discovered around the house supported one boy's claim that he was so hungry he chewed on the windowsills and wall plaster.
This is by far the most horrific case of child abuse and child neglect that we have seen over the years.
Vanessa and Raymond Jackson were charged with 28 counts of aggravated assault and child endangerment. Raymond Jackson died of a stroke during the investigation. Almost 2 years after he was found scrounging for scraps in the garbage, Bruce faced Vanessa Jackson in court. He had grown over a foot and gained nearly 100 pounds since leaving her home.
You yelled at us, you cussed at us, and hit us with brooms, rulers, sticks, shoes, and belt buckles. I still have the marks to prove it. You took my childhood. I will never get that back. I want to see Miss Jackson go to jail for life.
How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Vanessa Jackson pled guilty to 1 charge of child endangerment in exchange for a reduced sentence. She served 4 years of a 7-year prison term and was released in February of this year. She continues to deny she ever starved or hurt the boys.
Of course, this happened years ago, but it's still a very big problem in America today. There's a lot of kids that need help. There's a lot of kids right now that are starving. There's a lot of kids right now that are being neglected by their parents and being abused. This shit is crazy. This lady and this man, that lady and that man need a life sentence. And that's why I say our justice system lets us down or fails us sometimes, especially the most purest people in the world, which is our youth. You know, these kids didn't even have a chance. They will never know what life is like to be normal growing up as kids. First off, I want to talk about what usually happens to parents or guys like that go down to the penitentiary, man. Your survival rate is 0. If you ever pull some, you know, fucked up shit like that to where you locking your refrigerator, man, you starving your kids, beating them up, beating on them, burning them with cigarette butts, y'all. Yeah, this is a very, very big reality in the world, especially in America. You know, these small country towns or these small towns where a lot of these kids be lost in the system. When I say lost in the system, a lot of them go to foster care, or a lot of them have foster parents. And believe it or not, foster care is just like a business to some people. They look at it as a check. They'll go get a bunch of kids and the government pays them to shelter these kids, to give these kids life, or just to provide the bare minimum, man. And I think that's where the biggest problem is. My personal opinion, when it comes to foster care, you should only be allowed to have so many different kids, or so many different, you know, you should only be allowed to adopt so many children. After 4 or 5 children, you know people are turning it into a business. You know people are adding another child to their household just for that government check. And this is the situation that happened in this case right here. These 4 young boys, man, thank God the neighbor or somebody reached out to the cops and told them, man, hey, it's a kid, looks like he's 9, 10 years old, digging in the trash can out here eating, and that saved 4 little boys' life, man. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a lot of neglectful parents, abusive parents that are locked up in the prison system for just starving their child, beating their child, almost killing their child. And sometimes the justice system let them down, as you see in this case right here. The father and the mother are foster parents. And it's just a different love whenever it's your blood, your flesh and blood. I don't know if them monsters had kids of their own, but they didn't need any of their own, you know? And it's just a fucked up situation, man. But as you see, the lady, she ended up getting 7 years for starving these young boys. 7 years was the max sentence they gave her. I think she served 4 years, and now she's right back on the streets. The justice system needs, you know, help, man. It's just lost right now. It fails the people that really need it, the people that can't protect themselves, the people that, you know, by the grace of God, that he was digging in the trash can and somebody seen that. If you seen the picture, you seen that them 2 parents had a lot of other children in the household too. Like, I wonder what happened to the kids before them, or the kids after them, or the kids, you know. It's just a screwed up situation. So what usually happens now, the good thing though about inside the penal system or the prison system, man, is there ain't no toleration for shit like that. Like if in Texas, I'm gonna speak for Texas. Like, if in Texas prison, if guys catch wind of a guy that was starving his child, almost killed his child, beating his child, stuff like that, there will be consequences and repercussions to pay. Believe that. We call that institution justice, man, inside justice or whatever, because most of the time the system will fail you. I'm bringing this video up, man, to just remind people that there are monsters out there, and we have to, it's our duty as the justice system to protect the pure little kids, man, the innocent ones, the ones that can't speak up for themselves, the ones that can't get out the house because they locked or trained to a bed. This happens a lot in America, y'all. Never be naive, man, and think that shit is all gravy in America, and it don't, stuff like that don't happen in America. It happens every single day. It's up to us to start making noise, start putting these monsters in their place. Monster parents. Believe it or not, there's a lot of monster parents out there as far as leaving their kids 2-3 days by themselves. With no kind of food, no kind of access to call nobody, no nothing. Locking the refrigerator or just starving your kids, man. Don't go to school. Don't send their kids to school. Don't send them to the doctor. The majority of the time, a kid doesn't escape or doesn't get away. But whenever the kid does escape and does get away, that's when you'll hear about the situation. The justice system lets them down. I believe, this is just my opinion, that them two parents should have got at least 50 years or more for taking 10 years, for taking all them years of them kids. They should have added all them years up of how all them kids, that's my, if I was a judge, I would have added all those years up of each one of them boys, and that's how much time I would have gave each one of them parents. I would have gave him and her each that much time. 7 years, this for forever health problems. These kids gonna forever have health problems, not, you know, eating disorders, different stuff, you know, just 7 years, and every single one of them kids was older than 7 years old, man. But when you got, boom, this person right here only gets 7 years, this person gets 12 years, this person gets that what kind of example, what kind of message are you sending to the monsters out here? Oh, it's okay to make this money, to get these checks from these government, from these foster kids, and just have them bunched in the house, bottled up in the house with nothing to eat. No kind of love, no kind of support, no kind of nourishment, man. It's a cold, cold world that we live in. But that's my take on everything. I made this video to start some shit, to start a conversation, to start some controversy, just to get people watching it. And go look yourself what type of time that monsters get for doing stuff like this. It's just crazy. I think the system has it backwards. Anytime you do something to a child or something so pure or something innocent, that can't protect themselves, can't fight back, can't even, you know, get up and go, can't even get up and get out the house if you lock them down. I mean, it's a kid, 25 pounds, 40 pounds. My son weighs 29 pounds, y'all. He's 19 months. Can't defend himself. Can't defend himself. Just think about it. And that's what I want to do. I want to start a conversation. Thank y'all for tuning in with another video with Sock. Make sure you comment below on this video. Let me know what y'all think as far as how, you know, about the time, how much you think she should have got, what you think should have happened, whatever. As you leave your comment below, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank everybody straight up for the love and the support. It's your boy Sock signing off.